Going live, and we are live on YouTube, TikTok, and Instagram. I appreciate you guys being here. I'm really excited to talk about just one thing that's been on my mind for the last year, and then we'll open up to Q&A and answer any of your guys' questions. But for those that are new to the channel, for those that don't know who I am, my name is Trevin Peterson. I've been selling on Amazon full-time for the last 3.5, almost 4 years. I've passed the 7-figure mark on one of my businesses. I've passed the multiple 6-figure mark on my other Amazon business. And now I've just created a platform with YouTube, TikTok, Instagram on helping others replicate the process. So I appreciate you guys being here. As I was talking here earlier on TikTok and Instagram, there's been some things that have been on my mind for the last year with everything that's been going on in the world, with the pandemic, with a lot of segregation more than there's ever been before, with market fluctuation, market manipulation, with the crypto markets and the stock markets, riots, hate, and I see it on my own videos. I see people hating all the time. And it's like, I don't get why people feel the need to hate on others, to just that's why the world is at its current place, is because there's so much separation and segregation between all of us, and we're more alike than not. But the thing that I want to talk about with everything that's been happening is the topic of uncertainty, which then leads to anxiety. And I'm sure everybody can relate. And if you guys have never dealt with anxiety or uncertainty, you're a liar. Everybody deals with it. And in the last year, with everything that's going on, there's been 2 key moments where I've kind of been reflecting on it, where I felt uncertain and I felt a lot of anxiety. And I can go back to those moments like it was yesterday. It was the day the pandemic rolled out and everything got shut down. We had literally just moved into my new house. And I was like, am I screwed? What's going to happen? And I was really anxious. I was uncertain. I didn't know what to do. And I probably lasted for a day or so. And then I came to realize the one thing that I want to talk about, which is going to lead to more successes in 2021 and moving forward, which we're going to be talking about. And then the second time where I was uncertain is in this last year. I've been blessed and had the opportunity to make a lot of money with stocks and crypto. I've made multiple 6 figures on crypto and stocks. That's not my forte. I don't know everything about it. But as you guys know, the stock market and the crypto market especially has been manipulated. It's been just crazy, and it's completely tanked. And seeing my account balance drop multiple 6 figures in a span of a day or two led me to be a little anxious. And people are probably like, well, you're an idiot. You don't know how to be a stock trader. You don't know how to be a crypto trader. And it's like, look, I don't know everything. There's not one person that can predict the market. There's not one person. I mean, if everybody could predict the market, everybody would be billionaires. So I don't want to hear people say, oh, you're a loser and you don't know what you're doing. And yeah, I'll admit, I'm not the most professional when it comes to stocks and crypto. My main focus is Amazon. Anyways, that has nothing to do with the video, but that was the second time where I was a little anxious. And I was like, man, what is going on? And like, it's just that like kind of pit in your stomach, and you just don't feel great. And both of those times, the pandemic and then when the markets fluctuated like crazy, it made me realize one thing. Number one, it didn't happen by luck to get to where I'm at right now. And there's a lot of people that have gotten lucky, let's say like with Dogecoin or with Shiba or SafeMoon, and they put in $100 and then they turn it into $1 million or 2 million or whatever. And then when things tank, then they're going crazy and they're really anxious. And yes, I was anxious, but I understood one thing. And this is the one thing that's going to lead to more success than anything else. And that is the ability to make money. The ability to have the skill set to make money. And that's what solved all of my uncertainty and anxiety when I have those moments of self-doubt or thinking that I can't do something. And that's because I've built the skill set of, for example, selling on Amazon. That is predictable. I know that I can launch a product. I know I can repeat that process like I have on 30 plus different products. And me knowing that fact has led me to be a lot more certain and not have that sense of anxiety in my stomach, that pit in my stomach. And so for anybody that's watching this that feels a little uncertain, that's not sure what they want to do, I don't care if it's Amazon or not. You need to learn a skill set that's going to help you make money. And if you guys can do that, if you learn a skill set that you know that you can do something to make money and provide value, that's where your uncertainty goes away. Dollars follow value. And I've seen that time and time and time again. With Amazon, I know that I can launch a product, repeat that process, done it multiple times, grown an account to 7 figures, grew my second account to multiple 6 figures, which is on track to hopefully hit 7 figures this year. And then with that knowledge, I'm now able to touch over, I'm almost 400,000 people between all of my social media platforms. And I'm able to now provide value to other people. And then if they want, they can learn from me and I'm able to help them. And so it's been really cool to kind of see that. And that's just kind of my lesson of the day. And then we'll open it up to Q&A. But you guys need to understand that you guys need to develop a skill set. I don't care what it is. Okay. Don't rely on, for me, I don't want to rely on markets. I don't want to rely on somebody. I want to rely on myself. And that's what gives me a sense of security. I know a lot of people are like, well, a 9 to 5 or a college degree or this and that and the other is what's going to provide a sense of security. No, that's not going to provide you security. What's going to provide you security is your skill set, your knowledge, the value that you bring. That's what's going to provide for you and your family. So that's just a little thing that I wanted to talk about today. And I hope that this message resonated with somebody. And I hope that you guys even cared to listen to my spiel, but I've just been thinking about it for the last year. And every time that I feel anxious, I just reflect and realize that, look, I can go and do something that will not make me anxious because I have that skill set. And so I just invite all of you to build a skill set. I don't care what it is, whether it's social media marketing, whether it's Amazon FBA, whether it's real estate, whether it's graphic design, videography, photography. There's a bajillion different things that you guys can be doing to be developing a skill set that's going to provide value. And like I always say, dollars follow value. And that's the last thing I want to talk about is the dollars follow value. Let's tie that into Amazon. Okay. And then we'll start with a Q&A with Amazon. Dollars follow value. If you expect to launch a product on Amazon, sorry, I thought the volume was all messed up. But if you expect to launch a product on Amazon and don't provide any value, extra value, and you just expect to launch the same exact product as somebody else that has 500 reviews, dollars are not going to follow that product. You need to come to market with something that's valuable, that's different, that somebody wants. And if you can do that, dollars are going to follow. So please, when it comes to launching any type of product, you need to make sure that you provide value, you differentiate, you do your research. And if you do that, then you are going to make money. So that's the biggest key takeaway from this video is dollars follow value. You guys need to create some sort of value, whether that's Amazon, the product that you're selling. You can't just expect to sell some stupid product and expect to make millions of dollars. You got to provide value. Whether you're providing a service, a lawn care service, a window cleaning service, a poop cleaning service, I don't care what it is. You need to provide value and you need to figure out what that value is and you need to do the best you can with it. And if you do, like I said, I'm going to repeat it again, dollars follow value. Anyways, let's open up to Q&A. We got YouTube, we got TikTok, we got Instagram. We got close to 100 people watching on here. So I appreciate you guys being here. Leave a thumbs up on the video. I know it was short notice. I didn't tell anybody that I was going live or anything, but appreciate you guys being here. and we will start answering some questions. I know I have some people on TikTok and Instagram, so I'll try to answer your guys' questions over here on Instagram and TikTok, but I'm going to be mainly focusing on YouTube. And if you guys are not yet subscribed on YouTube, then go to YouTube, search Trevin Peterson, and subscribe if you haven't. All right, let's see what questions we got, and we'll probably wrap this video up. I don't want to go too long. It's a Monday night, and I want to watch some basketball. I know there's some NBA games going on, so gotta go watch those games. All right, here we go. What questions do we got? Wanted to gain some capital to start Amazon business. I bet on crypto and got wrecked. So I mean, and that's a huge key takeaway. And I feel for you, man. Like that sucks. But you cannot rely on somebody else or the crypto market or a stock to make you money. Obviously, that is a great way to produce wealth, but you need to learn how to make money before you start investing it into different avenues such as real estate, stocks, crypto. You need to learn how to make money first, and then the money that you make with your business or your 9 to 5 or whatever, then you can invest that and then try to grow it from there. But that's the one thing I see so many people do this is with, I mean, the markets have been crazy with crypto and stocks. Like there's been people that are making millions and hundreds of thousands of dollars. But the thing is that's not sustainable. And so when you do have a crash like what just happened, you get people freaking out. And that's basically why there's a lot of fear in the market. And so yeah, I mean, I'm not going to dive into too much. Like I mentioned, I'm not a crypto expert. I'm not a stock expert, but you got to learn how to make money, not just with stocks and crypto, make it elsewhere, and then use that money to invest in real estate, stock market, etc. All right, let's see. Watching from Toronto, appreciate you being here. Let's see. Ralph asked a question. I'm launching my first product for a brand name. Is it okay to utilize a brand name that I don't have an LLC for, but utilize any name for now? Don't want to go for generic. Yeah, you can, as long as that brand name is not trademarked, then you can totally do whatever brand name you want. I wouldn't go too specific of a brand name. I'm trying to think. Like let's say we want to sell phone cases and my brand name is like Max Cases. That brand name ties me specifically to only cases. If I want to go sell, for example, AirPod, I'm trying to think of an example like this computer mat or microphones or something, it doesn't really make sense because the products that you're selling are cases. You can't really branch out much further than the case category. So when it comes to naming and picking a brand name for your product, don't go too specific because then it ties you down to only one type of product. And like an example is like Unicorn City. Let's say I want to sell unicorn stuff. Well, Unicorn City, that's a great name, but what if you want to sell something with dinosaurs, or what if you want to sell something for boys, or what if you want to sell mermaids or something? Like, don't just tie yourself down to unicorn, is what I'm trying to say. Did starting FBA with a business partner make things trickier for you to leave? So for those that don't know, the first few products that I did launch, I had a business partner, and he's actually still my business partner with a few other businesses, with Course Ranks, and then another business that we're working on. And basically having him, we launched like 3 products together, and we were just super anxious and ambitious, and we're like, hey, let's just go for it and let's just start launching products. And so that's what we ended up doing. And none of them really worked out. And that's when I just kind of started launching products on my own. And we didn't really form an LLC together. We just kind of, we were friends, we were homies. And so we just were like, hey, let's do this, and I'll Venmo you this much. And there wasn't really any structure to it. So it wasn't super tricky. But if I guess it depends on the business partner. If you have a bad business partner, then things do get tricky. That's where you're not sure how to get out of it, or you're kind of stuck. And so if you guys are going into business with a business partner, just best piece of advice that I can give you is just make sure that you are 1,000% sure of it, because a business partner can make or break any kind of business. I'm sure you've heard that, and I've gotten lucky with my business partner, and so yeah, it's been good. How many rental properties do you currently have? How much do they cash flow a month? So I have two. I was supposed to close on my third one just it was like a month ago. And sadly I paid for an inspection and the inspection didn't go as I had hoped. And so I actually backed out of the deal. So between all my rental properties and the cash flow, it's like $800 a month or something. They're cash flowing like $400 each. So I mean, that's awesome. And then on top of that, you have appreciation, you have paying down principal, then you also have tax benefits. So real estate, the more that I'm involved with stocks and crypto and all of that stuff, the more that I like real estate, just because it's more predictable. It's a little bit more uh, stable. It doesn't fluctuate like hundreds 100% one day and then 1,200% the other day. Like it just has a slow increase. Obviously, there can be a downturn in the market, but as long as you're cash flowing, you're just collecting rent and you can kind of ride it out. And that's what I like about real estate is it's more long term for me, and so that's what my focus is for the moving forward. Like I mentioned, I have a lot of money in stocks and crypto, but real estate is what I prefer because it doesn't keep me up at night. I don't stress. I was talking to my business partner, and we were talking about the crypto markets and all that. And it's like I I think too much about my Tesla stock, or I think too much about Bitcoin or Ethereum, and it my mind is too consumed in that stuff, and it's like that's not what investments should be doing. I should An investment is you just put your money somewhere and you just let it go and let it grow. And so I've been also doing quite a few syndication deals. Basically, they're massive apartment complex deals where you invest a certain amount, you gain equity, and then they pay you interest. And then once they sell out, they do like a cash out refi. They pay you back, and then you own equity into the apartment complex. And then when they're cash flowing and when they make profits, they do distributions. And so I've been doing a lot of those as well. And so I'm in two of those deals. And I really like those deals because they're 100% passive. I don't have to think about it. And I just collect an interest check every single month. Let's see. Is it cool to source a high competition product and drop the price a bit to get many sales? Like I mentioned at the very beginning, dollars follow value. If you're just launching the same exact product of somebody else and you're not providing any more value than your competition, other than just slightly dropping the price, you're probably going to get eaten alive, and that's probably not the best route to go. So I would not recommend that unless you're number one experienced, number two you have a lot of capital, and number three you really understand what you're doing. So again, experience. Over here on TikTok is Amazon FBA business, a business to sell products you have. So yeah, Amazon FBA business. Basically on TikTok, a lot of my followers don't quite understand the entire process. So for those that are on TikTok, you got to get on YouTube, where YouTube has all the tutorials and all the breakdowns. But yeah, Amazon FBA, basically you sell physical products on Amazon. You buy in bulk from overseas, mainly in China. You then get it shipped to an Amazon fulfillment center. And as soon as you get an order, Amazon picks, packs, and ships that product to the customer. So it's a really cool, unique business model that you can scale. And that's kind of where I started everything. And that's another thing. I know normally I don't like talking about other investments, crypto, real estate, stocks, because what happens is people get shiny object syndrome. And I know you guys have all experienced this. you'll see one ad for one thing, social media marketing or drop shipping, or being an influencer or being a YouTuber or whatever it is. And you just want to try whatever you think is going to make the quickest buck, or, oh, I'm going to invest in this crypto because I want to make more money, or, oh, I don't want to do this because of this, or whatever excuse people have. And so people really get sidetracked from their actually main purpose instead of just focusing on one thing. And that's what I did for literally 3 years. I focused on one thing, and that was Amazon FBA. From there, once I had capital built up and I had the success, I'm still far from it. But once I had some decent success, that's when I started to branch out and do other things and build multiple streams of income. You can't just expect to all of a sudden wake up and boom, you got 7 streams of income that are all printing money with no work. That's just not how it works. You have to put in the effort. You have to put in your time in order to get any results. How much money do you need to invest for Amazon FBA? I recommend, and I have a full breakdown on the channel. I recommend having around $4,000. And if you guys have $4,000, you guys can legitimately start an Amazon FBA private label business. If you guys don't have that, then you guys can do retail arbitrage, which is basically buying low, selling high from Walmart to Amazon. And so that's something that you guys can do. Let's see, how much do you need down to invest in one of those apartment complex payout deals? So on those syndication deals, there's a few requirements. Most of the time it's 50K. And then you also need to be an accredited investor on all, I would say 99 point. I don't know any deals where you don't, where you're not required. So you do have to be accredited. And then you also have to have around 50K. How many hours a week do you work? That's an amazing question. So I would say between all of my businesses, that's one thing that if you guys don't know me, I'm a serial entrepreneur. I can't stop. I'm constantly going. I'm always on the move. That's why I love fishing, and that's why I love golf. And that is why I am going out of town for the week to golf and to fish, because those are the only two things that when I'm doing them, I'm not thinking about business. So to answer your question, how often and how much I work, I would say I work from the moment I wake up to the moment I go to bed. Obviously, there's times where I take breaks, but I'm constantly on my phone responding to DMs, creating posts, creating content, looking at products, looking at emails, looking for new products to launch, managing different PPC, trying to come up with video ideas. I'm constantly working taxes, making sure that my books are right, making sure credit cards are being paid off, and all of that stuff. So there's a lot that goes into being a business owner. And I made a video. It was the last video that I posted where I said, don't sell on Amazon. I feel like a lot of people might have taken that to heart and they're not selling on Amazon, which I'm glad. So if you guys haven't watched that video, go watch it. I just basically break down the reality of what to expect. And it's not just with Amazon, it's with any type of business. All businesses require a lot of work, and a lot of people don't realize that. They just see the fancy things, they see the lifestyle, or they see the things that I have or whatever, and they don't realize that it's been a lot of work. And it hasn't just happened overnight. It's been a lot of work. So I work, basically sun up till sundown, 10 plus hours a day. But then like this week, I'll probably work 4 hours. I'll wake up in the morning, or in the afternoon, I'll get some work done. And so that is the convenience of having an online business, because when I do want to take time off, I can just take time off and literally not even think about it. And again, those 2 times are golfing and fishing. So it kind of depends on the week, but I would say most weeks I'm working a lot. Hey, Trevin, at what point can I quit my 9 to 5 while doing Amazon FBA? So my biggest piece of advice for anybody that wants to quit their 9 to 5 job and is selling on Amazon, for me, I wanted to get to the point where I could survive off of the money. So like the profits that I was making, I it basically would cover my expenses. Now, I was living on a budget. I was eating Top Ramen. I was eating peanut butter sandwiches. I was not buying expensive things. I was very living. Um, I wasn't living a very lavish lifestyle, and so I was making that sacrifice because I needed that money to reinvest into my business to grow it to that next level. So for those that want to quit their 9 to 5, if you have another source of income, or let's say your spouse, your husband, or your wife is working and they have some income coming in, that's awesome. You can then potentially quit your 9 to 5 and focus on your Amazon FBA business because you have another stream of income coming in. But if you're in a situation where you don't have any income coming in, I would highly recommend to just work your 9 to 5 until you get to the point where your business is cash flowing enough to pay for you and to pay for products and new products. And so for me, it took 6 months. And in that 6 months, I know this might sound crazy. I launched like 8, 10 different products, and I was just going all in. And I invested quite a bit of money into all my different products, and I just kept going. But I was working a 9 to 5, and I was also involved in an MLM, a network marketing company, where I was making 2 to 3 grand a month as well. So I was using all that money that I was making with my 9 to 5, the network marketing company, investing it into my Amazon business, and then growing it from there. And so it depends on each individual situation. Another huge thing is when you do quit your 9 to 5, at least from my experience, it's kind of sink or swim. Once you quit, you either need to make something happen or you're going to be screwed. And that's what kind of opened my eyes is, hey, I have to actually go out and I'm the one responsible for paying the bills. My employer is not going to be paying me, and I need to go out and make it happen. So depending on your mindset, you could quit sooner or later, just depending on kind of your risk tolerance as well. Also depends on your discipline and your personality. If you're just a go-getter, you're ambitious, and you're somebody that's going to make things happen, then you can quit your job a little bit sooner than if you didn't have that type of personality. How many hours take customer service for 10 SKUs? So what's awesome is my customer service is like nothing. I like don't have like any customer service like at all. Like it's crazy. Like I barely respond to any emails, and if I do, it might be 1 or 2 questions a week, or like it's not much, which is super awesome. All right, my eyes are kind of hurting. My LASIK has been awesome, but my eyes they get dry and they get a little sensitive, especially when I have a bunch of screens blasting at me and then I have my ring light. My eyes kind of get sensitive a little bit. How do you handle 1-star reviews? Can they be removed? Sadly, there's not much you can do. Okay, here's a good question. Is Amazon FBA long-term? I hear that many Alibaba suppliers are finding about the opportunity, and now they directly sell their products on Amazon. So in my eyes, that's kind of the whole purpose of this video, is more success in 2021 and moving forward. Is I see Amazon FBA as a really, really long-term business where, I mean, obviously crypto, stocks, real estate, that's amazing investments to be in, but you're not going to produce income like you are with an Amazon FBA business that you can really scale. And then what I recommend is using the money that you make from there to then invest. And so for me, Amazon FBA is the best long-term business model out there, in my opinion. I mean, people have been saying it's been dead for the last 10 years. They'll say it for the next 10. And the reality is there's always opportunity. More and more people are shopping on Amazon, and it's just getting bigger. And I've been launching new products. I would say I've been launching 1 to 2 products a month, and having success. And so it's not dead. I have tons of students that are launching products as we speak that are succeeding. My brother, I'm super excited. He actually just graduated college, and he just launched like his own, that he did all the work on a private label product, and he just launched it this last week. And he's done $4,000 in the last week, in his first week of launch. And there's not really a business out there that you can do that. And so it's really fun to see people start from nothing and then slowly grow it. Speaking of student success stories, I have a YouTube video. I'm not 100% sure when I want to post it. I'm either going to post it probably Wednesday, or I might post it next week. I'm not sure yet, but it's basically ready to be posted. It's a student interview that I did with one of my students that kind of breaks down his entire story. So be on the lookout for that. It's a really good one. So excited for you guys to watch that. If you guys are enjoying, please like the video. We only have 14 thumbs up. See if we can get that to be more. I appreciate everybody on TikTok being here, on Instagram. Some of the most common questions that I get to kind of wrap things up is, if you guys are legitimately serious about starting Amazon FBA, then you need to take action. If you're not willing to take action and you're not willing to take the risk or take the jump, take the leap, don't bother messaging me. And I did talk about this, and I do want to hear your guys' feedback. I'm thinking about possibly, I'm not sure, but I'm thinking about possibly doing like a big meetup here where I live locally here in Utah, probably somewhere in Salt Lake area or whatever, and doing a big meetup, meeting all of you guys, coming out and talking to you and answering more questions face to face. I get a lot of DMs, a lot of messages, a lot of comments of people asking me, hey, can I pick your brain? Hey, can I call you? Hey, I need help with this. Hey, can I do this? And the reality is I don't have time to take those phone calls. So if you guys are serious, enroll in my mentorship program. It's amzchampions.com. I have 12 plus hours of content that's way more valuable than anything out there. It's going to be 10 times more valuable than an hour phone call. And that hour phone call that we're going to have is going to be cost you more than just getting the program. Plus the program comes with weekly live calls, plus all the consultation, product verification. I mean, the list goes on. So if you guys are legitimately serious, then take action. Let me know your guys' thoughts on like a big meetup. If that's something that you guys are interested in doing, I'd love to hear your guys' feedback. If you wanted to, like how many people would legitimately want to come? I know I have a lot of people here in Utah that follow me, and it would be cool to do a meetup. And then if people wanted to fly in, like that would be sweet. And if people were to fly in, then I mean, we could do something a little bit bigger, and throw like a pretty sweet event. So I appreciate you guys. Oh, my brother says I'm in your house. I guess my brother just rolled up. Anyways, I'm probably going to wrap things up. I'm going to go talk to my brother. He's having massive success with Amazon, so I'm super excited. And then a lot of my students are crushing it, and it's been super fun to see. Again, if you guys have any questions, leave comments. Check out my YouTube videos. For those that are on TikTok and Instagram that aren't following me on YouTube, I know on TikTok at least, a lot of people ask me, hey, I want to get started, or hey, where's in-depth tutorials? They're all on YouTube. I have 100 plus free videos for you guys to watch. So if you guys want to watch it, then go watch the free content that I've spent hours and hours producing. That's a great way to learn a little bit more. So I appreciate you guys being here. I know it was last minute, but I have fun doing these live calls. Let me know if you guys want to do more like it. Also, think about the meetup. If we do a big meetup this summer, maybe we do it in Vegas. I don't know. I'm down to do it anywhere, and get a group of sellers together and put together an event, a mastermind, or whatever you guys want to call it. So let me know. I appreciate you guys. I love you all. All your guys' support means the world. I hope you guys have a great week. I know I'm going to have a great week because I'm going to be fishing and golfing. So hopefully I shoot good, and hopefully I catch some big ones as well. So again, thank you for being here, and we'll see you guys in the next video.